for the truth to be told, there are days when you don't feel like it. There are days when you wish you would have someone to sit down and have a great conversation with. You wish that you would have a girlfriend. You wish that you would have someone in your life that you could be sharing all this stuff that you're going through. You wish that you would have something that you could be holding on to. And there are some days when you just somehow don't find that place. And this is pretty much what happened with me throughout monk mode. Pretty much I was cutting out everything of my life because, yeah, well, I just simply had an attraction towards this lifestyle, and what ended up happening is that I got to realize many things inside of myself. And so the most important one, just as I mentioned to you, is that there are many times and there are many days when I'm wishing to have something, but I just simply don't. And the beautiful thing in this is that this is perhaps the most character building thing that can happen to us. Because why? Because, for being honest with you, when you have freaking nothing, brother, and I mean like literally zero, outside of the, you know, monetary stuff, which is nothing, it's like you have to be with yourself, you have to convince yourself, you have to find a strength inside of yourself. And so the whole purpose of this video for today would be to just actually talk about this strength, because I would like to share a story with you now. So pretty much I woke up today, and this is a Sunday, and I felt like, man, I really want to work on my business, because now business is at a point when, well, pretty much I had a business which I like pretty much hate, and I didn't really, not necessarily that I did hate, but I wasn't processing towards the direction that I wanted to process, and pretty much I went back to start the business that I eventually wanted, which was basically a marketing agency. And so inside of this business, just recently made a big iteration, meaning that I just pretty much switched out the fulfillment model, because I don't say that Facebook ads doesn't work, but first, they are not reliable. So just some business thing here. I'm doing a solar marketing agency. Basically, we are setting up appointments with solar business owners. And yeah, I got my very first client, and I just simply couldn't deliver. And I was just refunded him because I saw that, man, like, this thing will not work. And so that just led me to, this was pretty much, you know, kicking the balls. And so from there on, I just really had to figure out another fulfillment method. And so I ended up pretty much figuring out that cold calling is the best thing, and it's like call center. I'm also doing, so pretty much I'm doing cold calling for my own business generation. And so why don't use the channel that is proven in one part, and it is way more controllable? Why not to use this one to actually fulfill the business? And so currently what is happening is that I'm just simply setting this thing up, and what is happening over here is that, you know, like many ideas, I'm just doing new stuff again, because something that I thought that will be working just didn't work. And yeah, so these are all lessons. And so with that being said, this is a Sunday, and I just wanted to work. And what I've got to realize is that I also need to like somehow socialize and just like do something. And so all this whole thing, and I slept for like 4 hours, and I was fasting yesterday. Before yesterday, I was eating 1 meal a day, and yesterday I ate 1 salad pretty much. In the morning I woke up and I like ate. I went to, it's like health was fucked up for the weekend, and which I didn't intend it to do, but ended up happening, which is again another mistake. But the point over here is that I just, today I was like, man, like I'm just out, like literally on this running field. Just now I was like, man, like God, like give me purpose to take my life, man. Like this is how, like, where I was at. And so I just got to realize that these are the days when these are you know, the challenge days, the trial days. Because for the truth being said, any kind of higher level purpose that can come in life can come through consistent action. And so this is within our human nature to eventually think that when we are under emotions especially, and we haven't mastered ourselves until the point where we can eventually calm ourselves down, that we tend to switch directions and just go down path. Because here's the thing, there are many days when I'm just waking up, and for example yesterday I was like so fresh and I was like so grateful for my life, and I was just making all these decisions, you know, like when I'm feeling great, I'm making all these good decisions. And you know, today I'm like, everything is horrible and I'm about to quit. But here's the idea. If on the days when you don't feel like it, and on the days when you're like completely out and you fell off, you can just clench your teeth and go through those things and go through those shitty days, then first you will become tougher, which I do think that for a man is a necessary character trait in life. This is idea number one. But secondly, you are sticking with something, and sticking with something is perhaps the greatest thing that we can do, because again, any kind of a great success can only come from us eventually enjoying the benefits of the compounding interest. Just like, think about that. So for example, suppose that you are on a career path and you want to become the best engineer on earth. How you become the best engineer? First year you suck, second year you're like up until like you will be good in like 5 years, and so on and so forth. So it takes time. And so I'm a young, stupid man, and I just got to realize yesterday too, it's like, I'm young, I'm stupid, I'm unexperienced, I'm thinking too highly of myself, and all that shit, man. And I just got to realize that I have to stick with something. Like I'm like so young, and I'm, you know, like I want to become like this millionaire so fast, and you know, have this fame, and I just want to do so freaking many things. And so the truth being told, I'm very, very, very much like super conscious with my desires, and I'm always like writing them down and trying to figure them out, what are the sources and all this stuff, because I know about myself that I can be pulled towards a new direction very, very, very easily. So for example, when I used to, so basically when my main thing was reading, I like, man, like, it's not like I didn't finish a book, but I was just like reading new stuff. It's like, that's good, but